Your man's Trump. He's banning every word in the dictionary
Mm.
from the government. Let's see this. I was counting all the words that matter to me, and it's funny. A lot of them do.
Right.
It's really weird how so black. If I can't say black, you can't say DEI no more.
What do you
Oh,
mean you
look at this.
can't
Look at
say
these. This
that?
is the list. Can you see this?
Mhm.
What is
Okay.
this?
Yeah,
Banned
I'm looking
by
on my
some
phone
researcher.
too.
No,
They need to ban the
acceptable.
N word.
Hmm.
Oh, that's good. I thought that word was well. These are words. They're not. It's not like really a
Yeah.
ban. Or
Yeah.
did they
Uh-huh.
say you can't say the N word here?
No, it's not on there.
Oh, it's not. Why, okay, why would you ban
No.
black then? That don't make no damn
Right.
sense. All right, E- assemble. You can't say assemble in the government anymore. Activism. Why? Advocacy. Advocates. Advocate. Affirming care. All inclusive. Come on, bro.
Anti-racism.
You can say
That's
racism
crazy.
though. Can you say racism?
Probably can't.
Racism. You can't say anti-racism or racism. Oh, why am I scrolling so hard? Pause. Um, equity. Like, what is equal? Equal. I don't understand what the fuck is going on here. Females, feminists, ethnicity. So basically, we can't talk to each other. Gulf of Mexico. This is crazy. I do like that we changed it to Gulf of America. I ain't gonna hold you. That's a bold
Yeah, I'm not.
move.
I'm
I'm
not too.
I'm all
Yeah, I'm
for it.
not. I'm not. I'm
I'm
not
not
mad at
mad at
that.
that.
Mhm.
And it's silly that anybody would not say otherwise. But
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just banning that, come on, hate speech. You're basically just saying, okay, so we could go say whatever the fuck we want. You know, historically,
What?
Wild.
you know
Well,
what
I
it
don't. I
is,
don't
what they're
even. I don't even
trying to
know what
do.
this. I don't even know what this means. Banning with like. I don't even know what this
No,
means.
it's changing the framework of how we think within the confines of
Mm.
our government. So if you can't say historically, that means you can't cite precedents into the constitutional or Supreme Court rulings or whatever legal rulings and stuff. So historical stuff, like you're erasing history. You're saying, hey, you can't. Well, not erasing, but you're saying people can't talk in a certain context anymore. So around equity and inclusion, you can't talk
Mhm.
about being BIPOC. I hate the word BIPOC or whatever the fuck. I never knew what BIPOC meant. Well, somebody explained it to me. I was like, "Oh, that's what that fucking shit meant." What? Yeah, throw it that way. Or Latinx, like Latin, Latinos, Latinas. They don't like that shit. Latinx, get the fuck out of here. Like nobody likes that shit. And the he, him, her, their shit.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
yeah,
Pronoun.
the pronouns, man. Yeah, I don't think. Can you say pronoun?
Mm. Good
Oh, you can't say
question.
pronoun or
Yeah, can't say
pronouns.
that.
Oh wow. Can't say prostitute. Oh, he
Prostitute?
doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't.
No, conservatives don't like selling. I
Mhm.
mean, unless they're doing the buying. You
Right.
can't sell, but you can buy. Well, only certain people can buy. Um, sex. You can't say sex. Fuck. Now, these are the same people who are free speech advocates, right? Pregnant people, pregnant person. You can say pregnant woman though. I'm
Mm.
not. Well, people. Look, these are pronouns, obviously, but like I understand because of the movement behind, which is have you ever heard that term? What they call it? Where they were talking about. Oh, what was it? It was around certain people wanted to, instead of saying you're a pregnant woman, you had to say like somebody. Um, oh my god. You guys don't even know what I'm thinking about right now. Like they wanted to change it to like baby carrier, baby holder or something. They didn't want, because
Mm.
what if a trans person gets pregnant? Right?
Mm.
So now you gotta be mindful of that person. But I thought you were a woman. Oh no, but if a trans man gets pregnant, right? You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't because a trans woman can't get pregnant, but
uh,
a
What is
trans
that?
man can. So a woman that turns into a man can get pregnant.
hmm.
So they don't
Interesting.
want to, they said, these people said, well,
Mhm.
I don't want women to own that being pregnant thing, so they wanted to change it to like baby carrier or life vessel or some bullshit. And people went up in arms, like actual real women who want to be women said, "Nah, fuck you." So I agree with that shit too. Like it's weird because I really feel like a lot of this stuff has gone way overboard. And this is from the other side now. The other side has said, "Look, we're tired of listening to this, so we're just gonna ban all these words because we don't feel like listening to them." But I can see the hypocrisy here.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? They banned trans and transgender and transsexual, but they didn't ban the slur word for it, which I'm not gonna say because you get in trouble for saying that now. You know what I'm with the Y at the end. You can say that though. You can say that now, but you can't say the other stuff, the proper words. Sad days we're living in here. It's just so victim. You can't say victim anymore. Women, you can't. Okay, so you can't say women anymore. Vulnerable populations. Oh my God. So your president, Sean, is advocating for this. Now, mind you, it's not like they're banning words, but this is the first. They're not actually banning this. It's just a preferred set of language that they're going to scan every email for that you can't use, which is ridiculous. This is the first steps into fascism. You control. You try. They test things. They say, "Hey, if this goes through, next thing you know, they're burning books. This is what the next step is." What do you think about this? Are you for this?
I don't think we're too far past. We're too far past as a society in American fabric of society. We're too far past. There's way too many people.
Watch your word. I think you can say people.
No. There's too many people. So and
you can't say people.
When you think about like
people plus uterus, you can't say
like Nazi Germany and all that. We think about like how that all like the propaganda and how that infiltrated that society, right?
This is where it started. They made the Jews like certain people had to wear a sign. Like they just deported
this was a broken society when this all happened. You had
this now
more than 50% of the population probably at that point when Nazi Germany really infiltrated and took over that population and under the poverty line. A lot of people were in dire straits, and the only option, right, was, hey, I can go this way. And that's we've got too much going on respectively that the masses would never let some crazy shit like extreme happen. Now things can
this is happening
I'm just
right
saying
in front of us.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying is that
they just detained a guy for being for protesting, a guy with a green card, and they're deporting him.
Yeah, but there were people that were in Guantanamo Bay that weren't necessarily terrorists. That was still happening, and everything was okay. Everything went to the way it went, right? So I don't think we take too much into this specifically. The fabric of humanity in this country. I think I have a little bit more. Like,
I agree.
We've got more sense, right, than falling victim to the nonsense.
Yeah.
As a whole, people are gonna fall victim to nonsense. We know that.
Yeah. So Lauren, you're a woman. You can't say women anymore.
Woman.
Oh, you're one woman, but when you're in, if you and your homie were there, the girl, we can't call y'all women. How do you feel about that?
It's very disappointing. I don't know what to say, honestly. Like,
yeah.
So I mean, from what I saw in the article, it says something about they're banning it from government websites or government agencies. But I'm sure if they're doing that now, they're gonna try to trickle it down to like even saying it in real life, which is crazy. I mean, what are we supposed to be called? Like,
I wouldn't be surprised if these motherfuckers came out and just wanted to call y'all bitches. That's the way this fucking. I'm dead serious. Like hoes, whatever they want to call y'all, women, and like just switch black people to the N-word, all types of stuff. Like I am not would not be surprised if that's what would happen here. They have no sense in the world, but when they get their way, and they're fucking. I still don't understand like how people are so dumb. I saw you ever watch that Jubilee channel where they have like those
The
round tables?
debates.
They had Sam
Yeah.
Cedar on there recently, and it just came every post went viral. This one dude, a conservative who voted for Trump, I think the guy was gay. He seemed kind of gayish. Can I say gay? I don't know. Whatever. But he was arguing with Sam Cedar and said the stupidest thing ever. This man said, and this is a typical. He's a Trump supporter. He goes, government agencies get a tax cut for hiring DEI people, black people, whatever. How does a government fucking agency get a tax cut? It's funded by our taxes. How do you give? This is how stupid some of these people are, and how like brainwashed. What do they call broken? Their brains are broken by this whole movement. You're literally saying to me that you can't. A government agent, and the guy was so adamant about it. And Sam Cedar, I don't know if you guys know who Sam Cedar is. He's a liberal commentator. He has like his own channel called the Minority Report. Very good.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
So I watch him sometimes. He's a little too nerdy for me, and he's but I like him sometimes. But he did this whole thing. It was brave of him to go up there in front of 20 crazy people. But he said to the man, because he was just like, I can't talk to you. You're not even making any sense. So he goes, I guess the only thing that we could agree on is that the sun came out today, I guess. That's it. And like everybody started laughing. But it's not funny. Like people actually think like this. And this one girl was just a straight up Nazi on there. You gotta watch. I'll send you all the clip, like the video. It's worth the watch. It's like almost 2 hours long because they do these 20-minute roundtable sessions. Well, Lauren, you know what I'm talking about, right? Where they kind of shotgun like questions out there. So they do this with liberals and conservatives. They put a liberal like a liberal or conservative voice that who has platform up there, and they debate 20 random people. And it's so interesting to see the difference between how like some of these right wingers think with no logic. Like I know they purposely pick out the dumbest of the crop, but you can't be that dumb when you just like like somebody fact checks you in real time. And says, okay, yeah, and you got to think like if you think logically, a government agency does not get a tax cut. Like it's funded by the taxes. So how are they getting a tax cut? So, and the guy was so like, oh, look it up. It's there. Where? Look it up where? You know what I mean? It's so weird. But there's always some, like, to what Sean was saying, you could, I think you said earlier, or with some conversation we had, you can find a point that agrees with any point that you have on the internet somewhere, right?
Yeah,
Somebody will say something and then automatically it's fact. That's what's crazy about the internet.
Yeah.
Some of the weird shit we say, or I say, whatever, just goes out there like climate science is bad.
Yeah, crowdsource affirmation. I mean, I went on Nordstrom.com, and everywhere you go from there, you want to buy a bag, you want to buy these sneakers. You're basically kind of forced into situation. It's funny. Me and Jenna were watching Bar Rescue or some show like that, and we saw barbecue on the show. We was like, oh, we'll get some barbecue. And we actually ordered barbecue.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I mean, we are very influenced by marketing and media.
Yeah.
We believe things that we shouldn't necessarily, without fact checking for anything. So I don't know. I just worry about our society in a sense, because whenever somebody tells me do your research or do the research, I don't believe. Like, do what? You want me to research something to prove you right, for one. But then if I do the research and I come back to you with the facts, you still deny that. So everybody's truth is their own truth.
Yeah.
Right? Which I think is a stupid thing to say too, because there's no, and the people who say facts over feelings and shit, like, they lie too. Like, it's just such a. We've cracked the code on being like, what's the word? Stubborn or stupid about like whatever. Like we don't even we deny when you debate somebody, there has to somewhat be some kind of clear winner. There's no more to me. I don't think there's. I always said this about debating with people. I hate it when people say agree to disagree. Because there's only I feel like there's always one right or wrong or best answer. Meeting in the middle means a compromise, in my opinion. So if you can't say, hey, yeah, I hear what you're saying. This is how I feel. This is how you feel. But I feel like, look, if you're gonna get like, there should be a middle ground, right? And that's like, with the abortion thing, the middle ground is the terms that you have, right? You can't. If you want to get an abortion, you have to do it within a certain time frame to keep people on one side and the other side happy, somewhere meet in the middle, right? That should have nothing to do with religion or whatever. And when people start like putting that slanted view on it, like how is it religion, like based on religion, when I might be Muslim or atheist? You know what I mean? Like I don't believe in your God, so I could go get 20 abortions if I want. I'm still going, whether I go to hell or not, it don't matter because I don't believe in what you believe. So why can't I get an abortion? You know what I mean? Like people, and when you answer that question, they're like, "Well, you must live this way because God's gonna." Like I don't. Most people should just say, "I don't give a fuck," which they don't, and then it's just it's a weird world, man. I keep trying to figure out how do you get people, unbreak people's brains. That's a fast. There should be some kind of pill like Ozempic. You could shoot up Ozempic and lose a few pounds. Like there should be something
to make you open minded.
Yeah, not even open minded, but also just like understand how to critically think about things. Because everybody thinks they're a genius because they have a phone right now, and and you could that they think Chat GPT is too liberal or Chat GPT is too conservative based on their worldview. I don't know, man. And it's crazy. That's why I really respect you, Sean, for the way you can openly say that you do certain things based on your experience in life, and it changes over time. Now, obviously, this point in your life, what you've done is regrettable, and I know 5-10 years from now, we'll be having the same conversation. You'll be like, "Damn, I wish I had done what we talked about instead of doing what I did then. I'm definitely going to vote this way next time." But you live and learn, because I've done stupid things. I've gone along with the wrong person. I've done the wrong.
But again, right? I said in the text, the electoral college, right? It didn't much matter. Didn't much matter. I mean, I live in Maryland, right? So. You whoever you voted for, it went the way that it went for Kamala. So at the end of the day, that's really what it comes down to, right? Like, where you live, where you choose to live is somewhat where some of your stances are, right? I wouldn't live in the sticks of Idaho because there's a lot of factors there that I would not want to deal with, right? So sometimes people migrate or live in places where they feel comfortable on a multitude of levels. I love the DMV area, for the reasons that, I support and have opportunities to support people that look like me, and we have opportunities to support each other. And, there's a lot of great people doing great things, in the minority community here in all facets, and necessarily you don't get that in other parts. So I wouldn't necessarily want to live in those parts. So where I voted is neither here nor there. Where I live, what I do, what I support, and everything shifts. So my whole life, has been one way. And then I decided there was nothing good about, in my opinion, either way of this going. I think we would have been very compromised with the Ukraine thing a lot, which we are. I think that's still a problem. But I think those things would have been interesting to deal with on the other side. I don't know how that would have gone, if there would have even been a chance to try to get the two sides together, Ukraine and Russia, to even do anything. Who knows? But I do feel like there's there's some chaos, and I think we need someone. He kind of does look right at chaos and keep pushing forward through it, which is. In some respects, he creates his own chaos, but in some respects, you kind of need somebody who can do that and not run away and hide. So I feel like the times that we're in now,
so he's protected. He can't run away. But he can't. He's president. But
but we didn't see Biden for like a year. Bro. Yeah. Stock market's down.
Stock market's down, bro. I was crying a little bit. I told you, I've been crying.
It's up and down. I mean, it's cycles, man.
This is unheard of. Somebody's creating uncertainty purposely.
Well,
This ain't like COVID happening. That's one thing. I'm talking about like he's literally just saying, "Hey, I'm going to put tariffs on everybody," and then pulls away the next day and says, "I'm not going to do it." Now everybody's like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about?" Even the people that support him, that are in the in power, money power, or whatever, they're like, "Yo, this thing is crazy." Can I say the N word? Oh yeah, I can say the N word according to this doctor in here. Yeah, I can say that. So yeah, this nigga's crazy, yo. He's crazy. I can't say black though.
I
Oh
think
my
that
God.
I think the entire
Confirmation
system is a little warped, and that's it's we can't get away from the fact that we have a figurehead, we have a trophy, right? When we have a president, we have someone who needs to install all values and all things into
It's
all
not
people.
that. It's
No, but that's the thing that people feel, right? Like,
yeah, but that's when the office had some prestige to it,
it's
and people respected the office. They don't
it's like
respect it anymore.
well, no, I'm saying as far as like people feel like you vote or who somebody voted for depicts who that person is, not necessarily the president, but who that person is, right? So Trump is
Well, he
crazy,
embodies
wild, or whatever.
but that embodies all American idealism. He does that, like all of the
Yeah.
stuff that in this new social media age, all the underbelly of
Well,
America.
our
He
candidates are
represents that.
reflective. Our
Yeah, we're-
candidates are reflective of our constituency, right? Or
Yep.
the people, right? But at the end of the day, whoever you vote for that's not who necessarily you are or depicts you as a person.
Certain
And I think-
aspects of me, it does,
Well,
and you
certain
too,
aspects-
Lauren.
well,
Even you, maybe.
no. Well, think
There's certain things about Trump I like. He's funny, right? I think he's a funny guy.
So think about what I'm saying, right? So like
He likes nice things.
there-
I like gold toilets.
Okay, so think about what I'm saying. So if you right are in high school or whatever, and you go. Remember when high school we go to Taco Bell and that we'd be hooked on fast food, right? That's all we ate, right? That's
Those
all
little
we had.
fried like churro things. Those were
Yeah.
delicious. That's the
Then
first
we
thing I ever ate
still-
from Taco Bell. Those are good, right?
Yeah, and today we still eat all those things. If we if we get like a thirst for that, we like we would just want to. It's 2 a.m. right? We want like Taco Bell or some shit. But that doesn't define right who we are, right? As a person, like going to Taco Bell, eating Taco Bell. But people, right?
Maybe.
There's some people. But listen. There's some people in society. And listen to what I'm saying closely. Some people in society that would no. But honestly,
I'm
because I want to make this
Turn
I'm
up
gonna
the
make this point.
volume.
But there are some people in society that would judge people that eat Taco Bell as a person. Like
Oh,
literally,
of course,
there
yeah.
are people. But you say of course, but that doesn't make any sense. So what I'm saying,
I mean,
is
some people
that-
judge you for eating pork, but there's
well,
reasons
but-
for that, like
but-
religious
but
reasons
no,
and stuff. Right?
But I understand. But there's reasons for that. But there's no reason that anybody can judge anybody for that, right? You can not eat it for your own reasons personally, but you should never judge someone for the reasons that you don't eat it, right? Or you don't like it. So my thing is, my position is always that position is that I never judge anybody for what I do or don't do, right? Or what they do or don't do. I'm just not in that position to do so. So I have no proclivity of judging or having an opinion of someone else's personal decision to go either way. It doesn't change how I feel about them. What changes how I feel about that person is how they react to certain things. So if George Floyd's killed in the street and that person's reaction is right, who voted for that person, either way, right, is a certain way, then that heightens, right, an awareness of how I think about that person, right? But I would never think that person before would have an opinion one way or another because they voted on that person, right? And that's the whole problem I think we get to is like someone says they voted for this person, that person. Well, you must care about you like
I
a women,
get
you like
that.
a women beater, or you like a this, or you like a that. Like that's not necessarily what someone's liking. Or
Yeah,
supporting. It's
but
you can't get around.
You also are accepting of those things if you're voting for that person at the end of the day.
Well, the other person you're accepting of a lot of things.
So
that can be
convicted
said
rapist
is-
and con man / convicted felon, that's our current president. That's okay. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
no,
It doesn't.
no,
It doesn't. Why
uh,
would you want somebody who has no moral ethics or code to be your leader?
But no, that's not what I'm saying, because that's not who I'm picking to be my leader, so to speak, right? And that's not the position I'm in to lead me in any way. No, but
He's
look,
leading you. He's leading you straight. He's leading your stock portfolio to the shit.
So let's.
You
Okay,
might
so
be in
let's,
jail for just being black sooner or later.
So let's.
I can't say black.
So let's
A
again.
Negro.
This is,
He might be in jail
no,
for
and this
being
is
a
and this is
Negro.
why I say all the time is that I can't be in a position to have worn Nikes and have an iPhone and have an HP computer. I can't be in a position of owning those things or consuming those things and be in a position of saying I'm for or against. I have a position like we are in a society we can't get around. There's social injustice. There's inhumane situations going on just to basically give us the quality of life that we have just on our day-to-day stance in life. So it's hard for me to have a moral high ground or segment into like, well, he can't be president. Well, then somebody shouldn't be CEO of Apple, or somebody shouldn't be CEO of Nike, or somebody shouldn't be CEO of.
Then you just said CEO of three different companies.
But I'm saying
their CEOs aren't convicted rapists or convicted felons, or want to erase the word black from the English language.
But what I'm saying is if there's children or if there's atrocities or things that happen in order for us to get the products that we get, and these are known facts in some of these warehouse facilities and some of these places that manufacture
that's capitalism,
different things.
Bro. That's different stuff. Different stuff.
Okay,
man.
okay.
And
So
if
now
we had leaders, if we had more
but-
leaders and people that would stop those atrocities from happening, maybe we'd be in a better space.
but-
So why enable that by
but-
by electing a guy who's going to encourage
but we're
those things
enabling
even more?
But we're enabling these things every day. Says you're
but
the person
you're amplifying
there's
it.
Tesla, right? So now all of a sudden, do you need to sell your Tesla, or are you going to order a new one?
Me,
You're ordering
right
a
now?
new one.
Well,
Yeah,
Teslas,
you're
from
ordering
my
a new one.
understanding, they're not like what.
But I'm saying,
was it
so
the
does that
cobalt
mean
or the
does that mean because
lithium-ion
Elon did it-
battery?
because Elon did a Nazi thing or whatever, now you don't rock with Tesla
You
anymore?
don't fuck what
No.
Elon Musk does.
But exactly is what I'm saying.
I'm saying, but
Elon-
you're talking
so
about
the
leaders,
car-
not
does the car-
corporations.
No, but the car.
This is
you
the person who
drive,
leads
the
us
car-
and is our
Okay.
representative
So,
amongst
exactly.
other countries.
So you're-
Elon Musk
you're-
is not that. I mean, he might be that right now.
So the
but who
car
knows?
you drive, and so you're going back to the point I made. Someone judges someone when eating Taco Bell. Someone judges someone on who they vote for. Someone judges someone on what car you drive. All these things, right? That
smells.
you're saying that you can judge someone because it's a president. All I'm saying is all these things are created equal because no one
they're
can
not.
judge anyone. No,
The leader
no
of
one-
the leader of the free
no one
world
can
is
say-
not the
no one
same
can
as
say
the
you're a
CEO of
Nazi.
Tesla.
No one can say you're a Nazi because you drive a Tesla. Because people say,
I mean, they can say whatever they want. I don't care.
Well, exactly, but no one can say that you are that thing.
But
no one can
people
say
can
that.
say that you're a Nazi if your country is
If you're-
led by a Nazi. Like in war, like if somebody says, "Okay, we're going to go to war with the U.S.," they're over here fighting all of us, not just the stupid president who banned the word bias or banned breastfeeding and breastfeeding plus people. These are the words that he did. So you're talking about this idiot who just did all these stupid things. Now,
Okay,
mind
so-
you, they'll come after me soon for just saying he's an idiot. That's what's going to happen in the next 5 to 10
So if a
years.
pers- so
Go
if a
through all
person-
the I'll be in
So
jail.
if a person who voted for someone else, right, anyone in general,
Mm-hmm.
then that person is a better person?
No,
Or
I'm not
how
saying that.
So it doesn't matter. People vote for whoever they want to vote for, and at the end of the day, that's what it is. And
But it's
the
sort of like a
person
stigma.
themselves-
There's a stigma to MAGA, the same way there's a stigma to being black or Hispanic or white. There's always something like when you there's
I
a
don't
negative
fall
energy
victim.
associated with
No, I don't fall victim to that though. That's what
I
I'm
know you
saying.
don't
is that
fall
I
victim
don't.
to it.
So for me, I mean, it's a stigma for someone else that's thinking about it that way.
I have a
It's not
question.
a stigma for me in that
Catchy
way.
question.
I don't.
I get what you're saying, but if the day comes that there is some kind of like if there is a war, right, like a civil war,
Mhm.
and they say all able-bodied men have to fight, what side are you going to fight for? The Trump side or the other side?
What do you mean?
If
What's
they
the other
say,
side?
"Hey," the other side, meaning whatever Kamala Harris, whatever the fuck.
Hold on,
what side do you-
You're talking about
If
civil
there was
war?
a civil war, what side would you like? If it's Trump's people that want to ban the word "at risk" and "barrier," or would you fight on the other side that's trying to get the country back to normal?
Well. There's no in a civil war in the way
if they said Sean Marble, you have to fight.
No. Well,
you have to fight.
no. Well, that wouldn't.
You have. I know what side I'm fighting for. It's not the side that's banning biological female.
But what we have to understand in a civil war, there wouldn't be necessarily a president's side or this, that, and the other. It would just be right.
Well, I'm pretty sure they'd be fighting against. It'd be Trump's side versus whoever.
No. If it got to a point of a civil war, that it would be a total coup. Like it would be martial law. Like people would just be surviving and fighting for it. Would probably go to a racial thing at that point.
Well, maybe,
likely.
But
Yeah,
at the
if
end
it
of
was
the
like
day,
that.
I don't.
And
think,
I would fight for on my side of the coin with my people. Like at the end of the day, if it came down to something like that. But
there you go. That's all I needed to hear.
I
just think that makes sense.
Wait,
who's your people though? Wait. Who's
my
your
people, like my
Who's your
people, who like all my.
Give me
like,
a clear.
who-
Is your people the
like
black
who
people, the BIPOC?
No. All my people I care about, all my people that are my family, my people I love, like my people. Like I would fight with my people if it was because civil war would be about survival, and that's again what I'm saying is I would never get to a point of
not survival. I mean,
if things were happening, if things were happening that way, I wouldn't be looking.
Like, what if they rounded people up and they rounded me up because I said like clean energy? That's a banned word. Like if I was talking crazy against the government,
I would always be on a humanity side. So it wouldn't be it wouldn't be a side of this side or that side. My side is always just try to do what's right at the end of the day. And look, and whoever someone is for or against or this, that, and the other, there's so many different facets to like what happens in that scenario. There's no way for anyone to typecast anyone, right? It's impossible. So I would never have a side or a thing. Even when I voted for Obama, whatever, I would never be like, oh, I'm on Obama's side or whatever. Like, what's the side in general? I'm not on a person's side.
You generally,
what's the cause? What's the thing? What's happening?
When you fight, like Ukraine is fighting Israel, there's certain people that would fight on the Russian side in Ukraine as well. So it's like you have to think about like your ideals. What side best fits your ideals? And
those people who would fight for another side have probably a personal experience based on their family, their dynamic, their situation. I don't think anybody in those situations when it goes to complete, total, utter oblivion has a side. I think they go off of necessity. Hey, my family.
Well, the necessity here is white supremacy.
This.
That's the big thing that they're trying to conserve, like the fact that white males run everything. And if you look at the makeup of our government right now, for the most part, it's white males calling the shots again and doing a horrible job of it. So it's. And you get this kind of, in history, if all things go the way I think they're gonna go, which is gonna suck because I'll be poor, we'll look back and say this is what white men or white people did to stay in power, and it literally destroyed the greatest country in the world for just to maintain some kind of sense of
power,
their supremacy, right? Like that's it. Just like their supremacy over other people that's been fading. Imagine if all colored people, even like Africa, man, if we got over there and got them brothers organized.
There's a big migration, people getting citizenship and
I would totally, but they don't want to. It's like, but they're poisoned by that ideology too, that European shit, whether it's religion or like even India, all of them, they want to be like white Europeans, which baffles my mind. All these beautiful cultures want to be like these savages for real. Like if you look historically, like Europeans, even Americans have done some of the most savage, heinous things, dropping atomic bombs, genocides, all types of crazy shit. All Caucasian.
I mean humans, man, we have a lot of I don't know. There's a lot to humanity, and it's just it's unfortunate, at the end of the day. But it's there's no the problem in all of this is that there's no one stroke of the pen that changes any of this. It's we collectively try to do what we do, and that's all we can ask for at the end of the day. Because Trump being president, there's a shift that's going to happen after, and this is going to happen this way and that way, and there's always going to be anxiety about what's to come. And because, like I said,
nothing
before,
ever really changes though. Like that's what we've seen.
Every presidency, there's going to be some natural disaster. There's going to be some, huge to do thing that happens, or some, there's going to be some conflict. It happens every time. So, I mean, that's where we are.
Yeah. Let's just wrap it up there. Sorry for putting you on the spot again with all that stuff. I'm glad you're fighting on the right side when that war comes. I got some guns for you already. So. I guess